There's a thought that has been running through my head. It was first introduced to me in an interview of Bishop Barron. And that is, I've been looking at the gates of hell the wrong way. I've been looking at it as a promise of defense, but really it's a promise of offense. The gates are not something that attacks. There's something in place, and they're the weakest point to where when you take over a fortress, eventually you have to break through the gates to conquer that castle, that fort, what have you. So the promise that the gates of hell will not prevail against Christ's church is not that the gates of hell are attacking. It's that we, the members of Christ's body, are going in to the darkness to consume that darkness, to burn away that darkness with the fire of God's love, with the light of Christ. And that changes the whole attitude, the whole mentality. There is nothing to fear. At worst, we may get some purgation on this side of eternity through physical, mental, emotional, spiritual suffering that helps us become more dependent upon God and frees us from our concupiscent desire for independence, to eat that same fruit that our first parents ate, that concupiscent inheritance to be the determiner, the self-reliant arbitrator of what is good and evil, rather than depend completely on God and remain faithful to God, the objective, absolute morality, the goodness. If you are just fixed on remaining in communion with the source of all goodness, then you will avoid evil by the grace of God alone. And if we have that mentality, then we should not be cowering for fear of those who are sons of Satan. No. We do not cower at the prince of the world. The prince of the world is condemned. We maintain our allegiance to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Most High. And Christ, the King, as all good kings must do, leads us in battle. Christ, the King, takes the fight to the enemy. He goes down into the pits of hell and pulls out those to save them on his ark, in his body, in his church. So the gates of hell shall not prevail against us. If that is true, then that means, if we are following the King of Kings, that means we are on the attack. We are going to conquer the darkness of this world with the light of Christ. And we will conquer not as the world conquers, but we will conquer as our crucified Lord conquered. Crucified on cross of wood, yet he made the hill on which it stood. Abide the fire.